Hi, and thanks for joining me. We're going through our former jump class, 30 minutes, nice and quick. I want you to start with 3 heavy red springs on. You obviously have your jump board up. You will need a box. That's the only equipment we'll be using for this. I've got my timer to keep us honest. Let's go ahead and lay down and get started. All right, let's start with the feet about sits bones distance apart, arms resting down to your sides. Drop those heels down to the jump board, so you might have to push out a little bit. Let's push all the way out, squeeze those legs together, and then come back in. Together, not as in together, but squeezing the muscles in towards the bone. So you're squeezing your legs in, and then you're resisting back in, out. Good, let's do that 3 more times, out and in. After that third one, we're going to come in and lift your heels up and go out, lower your heels down and come in. Lift your heels out to go out, lift your heels down to come in. Lifting the heels to press, lowering the heels to come back in. Make that a little bit deliberate of a motion. You're feeling that articulation of your ankle, getting ready for our jumps. 2 more in that direction. And 1 more. And let's reverse it. Go out with your heels down, lift your heels and come in. Out with your heels down, lift your heels and come in. Two more. Press the heels to go out, lift the heels to come in. Last one, press to go out and lift to come in. Now put your heels together, make sure they're pressing down to the jump board, push all the way out and back in. I was going to use the word smush. Smush your heels down to the jump board. That's probably not the best term. You're pushing your heels into the jump board as you press out, keeping the heels down as you come in. Your heels may want to lift. Everyone's got a different flexibility level in their calves and their Achilles, but you're trying your best to lengthen. Because if you're jumping the whole time with your heels lifted, your calves are going to scream at you tomorrow. And we don't want that. You want to feel really good tomorrow. Last 3. And 2. And 1 more. All right, let's come up and change our weight. The first set of jumps we're doing today is on a red spring, which is a heavy spring for me. I'm going to take everything else off, leave myself with a red spring, and we're going to lay back down. You can have your head rest up if you choose. I'm going to keep mine down. I want the right leg to tabletop, and you're going to start jumping on your left leg. Here we go, pressing all the way out and in, keeping that right leg in tabletop, jumping on that left leg. This will be about a 2-minute interval here. Every 30 seconds, we're going to switch what we're doing with this right leg, but you're going to continue to jump with that left leg. Remember what we did in the warm-up? You're pushing off heel ball the foot. You're landing ball of the foot heel. Every time you jump, you're trying to reach that leg back to the jump board, keeping it as long as you can. Next set of 30, when you land, the right leg is going to go straight. When you jump, it goes back to table. And you want to think that you're moving this right leg through molasses. So it's a controlled motion, going in and out, controlling the leg, continuing to put all of this effort and energy into your left leg as well. You can definitely make these jumps intense by just the amount of effort you put into every single jump. Next 30 seconds, the right leg's going to kick straight up when you go out and kick down when you come in. So we're doing a nice kick. Make sure I turn my mic on. All right. We're good. We have 1 more set of 30 seconds. The lights are in my eyes, so I'm trying to see my timer. All right, I can see here. I'm going to be blinded with all my lights. All right, instead of kicking the leg up, we're going to keep the leg down and kick the right leg up till do a scissor. You're always going to be landing on your left, but you're kicking your right leg down and your left leg up. You've got 15 more seconds. Give me one more of those and come in. Good. Now before we do the other side, we're going to roll off to the right side, pick up the strap, and bring it towards you. Now we will be standing beside the machine with your left leg forward, right leg back, going into a row. Now I've had some comments, if you don't have room beside your machine, then what you're going to be doing is being on your hands and knees, and you can still do this row, but now you're on the machine. So pretty much everything that I'm doing in class hopefully can be modified to meet your specific situation. Might take a little bit of tweaking, but hopefully we can get there. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Put the strap in your left hand, face your machine. Let's drop it to a blue spring. That should be a medium spring. Bring the legs nice and wide, interlace the fingers. I want you to squat down, come up, twist right and center. Now again, if you don't have room beside your machine, you can kneel on your machine and focus on the twist without the squat. You could actually do the little squat down and up on your knees. I've done that in several classes as well. Nice work. One more. Good job. Let's take it to the yellow spring now. So your light spring, you're going to turn to face your foot bar, right leg forward, left leg back for a chest press. And again, if you don't have room beside the machine, you'll be kneeling on the machine, doing the exact same exercise that I'm doing on top. Three to go. Here's 3, and 2, and 1. Good work. Let's take it back to the red spring, taking your yellow spring off, and we've got the whole second side to do. I'm going to put my strap way over here so it's not making noise. And let's go ahead and lay down. This time when you're laying down, you'll be jumping on your right leg with your left leg in tabletop. So let's start jumping out and back in. I'm on that one red spring. Remember, we've got 4 sets, which are 30 seconds each. You're in charge of how intense this is by how much energy you put into that jump. Really push away, see how long you can make this right leg. Use your breath too, that's going to help you. The next set of 30, when you jump, you're in table. When you land, your leg reaches long and over the jump board. I always tell you to use your breath as a tool instead of a rule, because sometimes you want to exhale when you land, sometimes you want to exhale when you jump. So what I'm feeling from my body today is I need an exhale to jump, and that's what I'm going with. Next time you jump, straighten the leg, kick it up, kick it down, kick it up, kick it down. That right leg was already a little pre-fatigued, so from all that jumping before. Good. The last 30 seconds, instead of kicking the leg up, kick the right leg up and land right leg down. Right up when you jump, right down to land. In fact, my leg was so sore I thought, oh my gosh, did I already jump on this side? I'm hoping I didn't do the wrong side. Three, 2, and 1 more. Good job. Come all the way in. Let's roll over to our right side this time. You're going to pick up that strap. Again, it's going to be on your left hand, right leg forward, left leg back. Remember, if you don't have room here, you're kneeling on your carriage. Let's do that row with your left arm. Rowing and release. Nice job. Definitely catching my breath. I got that heart rate up a little bit. Last two here. And one more. Good. Put the strap in your right hand. Turn to face your machine. Let's drop to our blue. Medium spring. So you're about half of what you just were. Legs nice and wide. Interlace your fingers. We're going to do one squat down and one twist left. You're in charge of how intense this is based on where you're standing. Standing closer to the tower, easier. Standing closer to the foot bar, harder. Remember, if you don't have the room here, you're just kneeling on your carriage. Four more. Two. And one. Good job. Let's take the spring to a yellow. That's my lightest spring. I'm taking the blue off. I'm going to face my jump board with my left leg forward, right leg back. Single arm chest press. Controlling the carriage in and out. Hopefully you've got some breath in you. Take those breaths in because our jumping is coming. Two more to go. And last one here. Okay, let's get rid of that strap. We are going to the heavy red, medium blue. You will also need your box. I'm placing my box beside my reformer. Basically, you want to have room because we're going to be doing side overs on the box, jumping from one side to the next. If that's not where your room is, put it somewhere on the floor that you have room to be doing that. Okay, one heavy, one medium, one red, one blue. Let's lay down, and we're going to be doing 1 minute here, 30 seconds on the box, 3 times through. So here we go. 1 minute of jumps. Now a minute's not a lot of time. We can do anything for a minute. So really put some oomph into this. Make it big, make it powerful, make it count. You've only got 30 minutes. So we want to use every single minute wisely, but be smart about it. Don't go past your edge. So nothing too crazy with our choreography for this set. We just want to work on explosion and power. You're already 30 seconds down, 30 to go. Let's do a little V for the next 30. Squeeze those legs together, peel them apart when you land. Nice job. Looking good. Now remember, after these last 5 seconds, we're not resting. We're coming right up to the box, right into our up and overs. One more jump. Come all the way in. Quickly come up. Come to one side of the box, one leg on top of the box. 30 seconds. You can do low impact, up and over, or high impact, little hops. Now I know it can be a challenge to go from laying down cardio to all of a sudden you've popped up and you're standing. So listen to your body, keep it little if you need it little. You've got 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Let's lay back down. 1 minute more of our laying down jumps. All right, here we go. 1 minute. Jumping jacks. Land wide, land narrow, land wide, land narrow. Nice work. Just like we did before, at the halfway mark, we're going to be doing the opposite. Instead of parallel, we're going to be doing turnout. So here we go, turn out, wide and narrow. Still turning out, just landing narrow and landing wide. Good work. 10 more seconds to go here. Make them count. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more jump. Come in, come up into our box. 30 seconds. Here we go. Up and over, and up and over. Really nice job, everyone. Getting that heart rate up and keeping it up. So it's a little bit of endurance. Nice job. 5, 3, 2 more up and over, and 1 more. Good job. Okay, let's lay down. Last little bit. Last minute down, last 30 seconds up, and here we go. Back to just getting the heart rate up with jumping. Let's go into some moguls, knees to one side, knees to the other side. Good work. Trying to keep that heart rate up this whole time. Into our cross-country skis, one leg high, one low, and switch. It's our last little cardio segment of this class. And then we'll go back to some abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2 more jumps. 1 more jump. Good. Come in and land. Last 30 seconds at your box. Come over to your box. We're done with the cardio after this. Here we go. 30 seconds up and over. Keep breathing for me. You're looking really good. $15 to go. 10 more. 5, 4, 3. Give me 1 more up and over. That'll do it. Good job. All right. Bring your box with you. I want you to take your box and put it on the reformer railings close to your straps. I want you to take it down to a blue medium spring. Take your red spring off. If you need to pause and take a few breaths, get some water, definitely that would be a good time to do it. We're going to go right into some abdominals. All right, let's come to our elbows on the box, our knees on the carriage. It will feel like a little bit of a stretch to get over here, but you definitely want to have a lot of room to move. So when I'm elbows on the box, my bottom's tucked under, I'm almost in a little bit of a plank. And then I'm going to pull the carriage in towards the box and let the carriage go back. I'm using my low abdominals, my deep abdominals, to do that pull. I'm trying to draw my shoulders away from my ears and lengthen through the crown of my head. It's a tailbone tuck and scoop, and then release. Nice job. Three more. And 2. Hold your next one in and give me pulses. 8, 7, 6. Control it. 5, 4. You've got this. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring the carriage home and press your hips back, taking a kind of a child's pose position. Take a few big breaths in. We have 2 more sets to go for our obliques. We'll come back on to our elbows. Turn your knees back to the right this time, toes to the left. Really push firmly through that left elbow as you draw your left rib to hip and then lengthen it back out. Again, I find myself drawing my shoulders up to my ears, but I want to drop them down away from my ears. Good, feel that rib to hip. 3 to go. And 2. 1 more. Little rest here. Turn the toes back to the jump board. Press back into that child's pose. Thank goodness for 2 sides, right? We have 1 more side to go. Let's come up to our elbows. Knees turn to the left this time. Toes to the right. I'm going to be pushing more through the right elbow as I tuck and scoop and then back out, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, using that right oblique. Good work. Try not to sink. I find myself sinking a little. So keep lifting up and out of your shoulders, or up and out of your forearms. 1 more, and up and out of your shoulders, and release. All right, child's pose, and rest for a moment. Okay, let's come up from here. We've got 1 more segment before we go into our final feet and straps. I would like for you to go to 1 heavy red, 1 medium blue. We're going to stay there for the rest of the class. 1 heavy, 1 medium. You're going to come here onto your box, have a seat on your box, and then our legs are going to be reaching out to the tops of the shoulder blocks. Now I'm going to slide forward a little bit and bend my knees, and I'm going to also have my hands on the box, and I'm going to push my hands into the box to really draw my shoulders down and activate my lats. At the same time, my ribs are drawing in, my abs are drawing in. Start by pulling the knees towards you and slowly release them away. Squeeze and pull the legs in and release away. If you need to scoot back a little bit to get range of motion, you can definitely do that. I like to think as I'm pulling my knees in, I'm drawing my belly button in and engaging, holding, and then releasing. So everything moves in towards me, and then release the legs away. 3 more to go here, pulling those legs in for 3, and pulling those legs in for 2. On that last one, I want you to hold your legs in and give me little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the carriage out, reach the arms up, take a big breath here, and then hinge over the legs to give your hamstrings a stretch. You can reach for the toes, reach for the legs. Just make sure your sternum is reaching forward and not rounding down. So it's a big stretch through your hamstrings, not your back. If you round your back, you lose the hamstring stretch. Come all the way up, hands to the edge of the box, feet onto the carriage. Lift your hips and come into a tricep press. Hips are reaching towards the floor. You're going to bend your arms and then push it straight back. When you bend your arms, your elbows are going to angle behind you. That's going to keep it more in the tricep. I'm definitely trying to lift up and out of my shoulders. I'm not dropping my shoulders. I'm staying nice and broad, not using those shoulders as earrings. Good work. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Go ahead and have a seat and relax. All right, that was enough of that, I think. We can take the box off, remove it to the side. You are already on 1 heavy red, 1 medium blue. You would need to stay there. And then I would like for you to take your straps. If they are not on the pegs, go ahead and put them on the pegs. It's time to lay down. I don't know about you, but that one was a tough one. A lot of high heart rate work, for me at least. Let's go ahead and lay down. And then I want you to put the straps onto the feet and then push your legs straight out and long over the foot bar. Good. Let's just start with a nice big lift up with the legs and a big exhale down. Just using this opportunity to bring that heart rate back down with big deep inhales and exhales, and using this opportunity to give those muscles a little stretch. Let's do 2 more of those, just down and up. Nice long length through the legs. And then we'll go down with your legs together. Do a big circle out and around and all the way up. And again, down with the legs together. Big circle out and around and all the way up. Two more here. And then after that last one, bring the legs up to the ceiling and just pause. Let's reverse it. Open first, pull down and together, go right back up and do it again. Open, pull down and together, and right back up. Just taking deep inhales and deep exhales, bringing your heart rate down. Do 1 more of those circles, and then we'll come up to the ceiling. Grab the tapes and give those hamstrings that we just worked a nice big stretch, flexing your feet, dropping your tailbone down. Notice the difference between a neutral spine and an imprint. When you imprint, you're going to let your back kind of give a little stretch. But when you go to neutral spine, you're going to feel a bigger release in those hamstrings, like you're pushing your hips down to the carriage and sending your heels right up to the ceiling. And then take your legs long and wide into a nice V stretch. You can take your hands on to the straps and push them out. Or you can take your hands onto the legs and gently press the legs apart. Final stretch, bring your feet together, soles of the feet together, and we're going to give the legs a little butterfly stretch. You can keep the feet up towards your body, or you can bring the feet down to the carriage. They're a little different stretch, but you might want to find out which one you like better. You might want to do both of them. Both really good stretches, both a release of the inner thighs. Take another big breath here. And let it all go. I think we're ready to come up. You can take the straps and put them away. Roll up and off to your right side. And let's go ahead and take the blue spring off. You're left with one heavy red. Put your left foot onto the shoulder block, left knee on the carriage. Push it all the way back and give yourself a nice big hip flexor stretch. As always, I do all my classes by request, so I've got a request of a lot of 30-minute jumps. So I've been really busy the last month or so just putting together a lot of my longer jumps into the 30-minute segment. But as always, if you have other suggestions, please let me know as I continue to build this library of videos for you guys. I really enjoy doing it and hope you enjoy doing the workouts. All right, I think we're done with another one. Let's come up And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for working out with me. I'll see you soon.